Okay, so we have a special guest, and that is Trish Ellis from Canada, and she is the illustrator of this piece, which is looks like it's illustrating a text story. Actually, the text story was kind of suggested by this fabulous illustration. So, Trish, hello.
Hi, Don. How you doing?
So, tell us what your inspiration was here. What were you going for? And I might actually zoom in on this one. So, what is it that appealed to you about the Phantom Jungle Girl in particular as a topic subject for your illustration?
I know I knew everyone else was doing like Megaton Man and all the main characters, but Phantom Jungle Girl and Cowboy Gorilla, the two of them just hit my what would I say? It just hit me right. So those two characters, they just kind of work for me. And then so I was thinking, let's get something going with these guys. And of course, I figured it had to be something silly. And then space came up, and I said, well, what's sillier than having a jungle girl, a phantom jungle girl and gorilla with no spacesuit, no protective nothing in space. So that's what I did. And I said, threw them in, and then I was like, well, what can I throw in? And then of course I had just finished watching I just finished watching Independence Day again, like the 100th time. And I just remembered all the little squigglies there that was on the aliens. And I said, well, I had to do something with some kind of squigglies. So that's where the squid came in.
So I'm zooming in on my favorite touch in this whole piece is Cowboy Gorilla losing his 6 shooters. He's floating around. And then, so is this supposed to be the brilliant brain? I don't think I ever really clarified this with you.
it it kind of loosely sort of kind of is, if that makes any sense, because I kind of had him in the back of my mind because of how he's portrayed in the story, in your stories, where he's in the brain in a jar basically, and then does the whole transfer thing. And I thought, well, this might be fun to do in a roundabout way, and I kind of
It's it's
drew
the
a little bit of
brilliant brain.
inspiration
It's the brilliant brain in an alternate
from
dimension.
different places.
It's an alternate
There you
reality.
go.
So Joe, how did you meet? How did you come across Trish?
Oh, it's a long story. It takes us back to the 70s. No, I'm joking. The it's an unlikely pairing. I kind of started getting into Yeet Presents and all that, and Trish was kind of ancillarily there, and we sort of got together with her and our other friend Ryan Howitt, and just started to just like hit it off. It's kind of odd that this Texan, South Texan, interacting with these Canadians. And it just turned out that Trish and I watched the same programming when we were little, and we started hitting it off and all that. And so I did get her to do a couple of covers for me, and I really have a lot of high hopes for the Bomber Babe series that she has coming out, or that she's starting to work on.
Do you
But
have
as we started to get together more, and let me just say this: I talked to you, Don, and I talked to Trish on an almost daily basis. Some sometimes hourly. You're in our hearts and minds, and that's why we're winning this war. No, but no,
did
but
you Joe, did you have Trish do covers for your comic book first before this, or was this in the works?
yes, right before. As a matter of fact, she even sent me the original artwork, which is here. This
And
was
I have the comic books here.
there. You go.
There.
Oh yeah, those just arrived.
Yeah,
Those
they
are
just
going to be
arrived.
part of the one of the add-ons, I believe, that you can get. And so yeah, she did that. And when you began opening the floodgates to those who would want to be a part of this, I just felt that Trish could contribute a lot. Uh, As a matter of fact, her contribution of that you just showed there is amazing. is perfect. I mean, again, the all the different things that are in this book, all the different styles, all the different um, various interpretations. I felt that Trish could bring that. And, I too like that cowboy gorilla picture that she did there. The expression on the face just keeps me riveted in there. There's something about the way he's losing that. And yeah, Trish had been doing a lot of covers, and I figured, yeah, she'd do well here, and I think everyone will agree.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, man, it looks really, really good. I love this piece. And you said EC stuff as well?
Oh, Yeet
Oh,
presents.
okay.
Yeah, of course I read EC comics too, and some of the older stuff.
Yeah.
Mad, all that going back to that stuff. I'm a big fan of that. I see a little bit of that in this piece. The way that it renders on there, it has that feel, that kind of like, well, the way that I remember them was like on kind of yellowed paper, looking at the sort of smell of the age in there. Not that your work stinks or anything, but
I like that you
it's
guys
the
put
aroma
the
of
texture in
nostalgia.
there and the gray.
But yeah, I think you'll agree when you turn to that page with the text on one side and then Trish's work on the other side. It does have a certain aesthetic appeal to it that really hits. There's kind of a little sepia tone in there that the way that looks like newsprinted, like the old school stuff that I used to read. I mean, look at that.
We should probably also mention that we're offering this as an autographed print.
That's right. Yes.
Trish will be autographing 11 by 17 print as an add-on to the Multimensions project.